This is the iDive housing for the iPad. It fits the iPad 2, 3, 4, and Air. It is a touchscreen membrane, so you have access to the full touchscreen while underwater. The way it does this, it's a pressure balanced housing. So we use the device called a balance module, which is mounted here on the back of the housing, to supply air into the housing to maintain positive pressure on the inside of the housing so you can activate the touchscreen. The balance module comes in two configurations. One configuration uses a CO2 cartridge to supply the air pressure into the housing. That's the one that's shown here. So I'll show you as I unthread this, you'll see a location for installing a CO2 cartridge. The other version of the housing is an air supply where you can use compressed air to supply to the iPad. You can use either your scuba tank, a pony tank, any compressed air supply through a first stage regulator and supply it into here. The iDive housing will come with both kits so that you can change one to the other. There will be an instructional video to show you how to change between CO2 supply and air supply. The housing also comes with the WaterShot lens port system. So this is a removable lens port system that threads on. So you can take this off and install a wide-angle lens. There's external threads for installing color filters and other accessories. The iPad housing also has a series of mount holes. It will come with a mount bracket that allows you to attach a lanyard or securing leash and also mount lights. We will sell accessory brackets as well for supplying more mounting locations for lights and other accessories. The housing works in that from the front here, you'll notice this is a soft membrane, so you'll have access to the iPad. In order to install the iPad, what you need to do is there's 4 latches. These are securing latches that make sure it's closed and sealed once the iPad is installed. So you'll open these 4 latches and then open the iPad housing. Once you open the iPad housing, you'll see that there's bumpers in the corners. There's a couple sets of bumpers provided. Some are for the iPad Air, some are for the other bumpers, 2, 3, or 4. Select the correct set of bumpers as instructed in the manual and install them in the housing as shown. Once the bumpers are here, you can take your iPad and install it in the housing. Make sure that the iPad camera is aligned with the camera port here, and then you'll see that it fits within the grooves on the housing. Once it's installed in those bumpers like that, you can put the lid back on, hook it into the hinge points here, and then shut the housing. And then secure the lid by snapping the snaps. Now it's sealed and secured within the housing. And you can see that you now have access to the touchscreen.